Let's talk Karine and Paul Steely because I just brought them up. Who are they? You guys remember them from many seasons ago on 90 Day Fiance. She is from Brazil. They have 2 little boys together. They've lost custody now of their children for well over a year. And a lot of people have reached out to me, you guys, like amazing listeners, and said, are you helping Karine? She's had a GoFundMe. Do you know anything about it? I've sort of hung back because I don't know a lot about them. I'm really hanging back now because there's just so many rumors that Paul Steely and maybe Karine had something to do with it. Faked him being missing in Brazil this past week. She put up a post alleging that he was dead, that the boys, he wasn't, the memories weren't all bad, and the boys had a good father. And then lo and behold, there's this other woman who's involved that Karine says he's hanging out with. Isra is her name. And a couple of days later, he shows up. He's not missing at all. After his mother went on other podcasters and bloggers shows begging for help, I had DM'd Karine to go live. I said, I think I have a huge network of people. Especially being from Washington, D.C., a lot of you guys work for Department of Homeland Security, Department of Agriculture, Department of Defense. A lot of people work in government that could help find Paul. She never responded to that. She just, I said, we're praying for you. And she said, thank you for the prayers or whatever. I don't believe them. I mean, Paul seems like, I'm not going to say much. I want people to be as well as possible. Paul doesn't seem well to me. I mean that in a mental health type of way. It's like Josh Cedar, the Bachelorette guy who claims somebody hacked his social media. Like, no one's fucking hacking your social media and putting up a death message that you're dead. Like, you're doing that. It's just like that other girl who's like, I don't even want to say these people's names because it's so fake. They're doing it for attention. And to be fair, nobody knows their names. Paul Steely, no one was talking about. No one would talk about him, except for if, in fact, people thought he was dead in a Brazilian jungle. He's alive and well. That's all you need to know. His mom is like coming out and saying things. People that were friends of him, bloggers, are denouncing Paul. They want nothing to do with him. They think he's full of shit. Same with Josh Cedar. I've talked to some of Josh Cedar's very, other popular podcasters who have been in touch with them. They've written him off. I mean, these people are desperate for fame, not mentally well, probably a combo of all of it. So that's all you need to know. And you're welcome to reach out to these people on your own. You probably will get more info. Sister wives. Let's talk sister wives. 2 big things were trending. 1, at the end of Sister Wives on Sunday night's episode, when they tease Christmas coming up, at Kody and Robyn's home, there is a wall of artwork. Y'all go deep. I don't even hit pause on frame to frame on these shows, but people do. And on Reddit, there is an entire discussion that Robyn and Kody, could they be hiding their cash they've made from this show? And of course, I'm sure he's cleaning up on Cameo in Vladimir Kush artwork. Honey, if Vladimir Kush came in here and kissed me on the lips, I wouldn't know who in the root tootin' boot scootin' fucking Vladimir Kush is. But apparently he's a well-known Russian artist. And he looks like a Salvador Dali painter. It looks very similar, okay? It's like weird. It's like a horse with its face a melting, all right? His paintings go anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000 or $30,000. People screenshotted that, and she probably has 5. How do you know that they're real, though? How do you know they're not prints? But people are having a whole discussion and debate that when people are going through divorces, I don't even think this works, though, that they'll purchase expensive art to keep their cash locked up in that. I mean, when you're going through a divorce, and Kody's only legally married to Robyn. So with Janelle, with Christine, they could walk away. Like, I mean, unless they have some sort of, I don't know, prenuptial, postnuptial agreement. But a lot of people think that Robyn and Kody are investing their money and hiding their cash in these Vladimir Kush paintings. Y'all don't miss a damn thing. McKelty, who is Christine's daughter, and a Plexius tea, that very famous pink tea. I don't know who's buying that when people are on Wegovy, but sure. Another story has hit the headlines and the press that McKelty has now lost 75 pounds post having her children. Good for her. She credits Plexius T, but also being a busy mom, working out and prioritizing herself. So there you go. And they've also probably made a fortune on that Plexius T before Ozempic dropped. I'm not doing any of them. I don't think most people need them. You look great. You're 20 or 30 pounds heavier. It's the shit in our food. Hire a fabulous nutritionist. Start eliminating things in your body. I'm a big mindful eating proponent, though, because when we eat when we're not hungry, we're masking an emotion. And I just think there's going to be major side effects of Ozempic, Wegovy. I have people slide in my DMs all the time because I always say to people, try it. Try the Plexius T. The minute you go off it, you're going to gain all the way back. But all right, let's try it. I've been there. I've done South Beach. I did laxatives. Now I like blew out my butthole, had an anal fissure from that. Tried being anorexic. Atkins, I lost a lot of weight, gained it back. Weight Watchers twice, failed that, gained it all back. But go for it. I would say go for it. But I had people slide in my DMs. They go, I just tried, I just had a woman slide in my DMs. She tried Mounjaro or Wegovy and ended up in the hospital. She was vomiting nonstop. You know, there's no magic pill for the shit that's in our food and the toxic life that we live. But I always say try it. And Plexius is the same way. They're still promoting it. And Christine and McKelty probably made a lot of money off it. Did we actually see a glimpse of David Woolley in Sunday night's Sister Wives episode? A lot of people think in that scene where Garrison is FaceTiming Christine to have him help her make her famous roles, that a guy comes in, a guy's shoulder comes into the scene with Christine, and people think it's David Woolley. I think it's Peyton. I went back and looked. It looks Peyton. I think we'd see David Woolley's beard. We don't see that yet, but David Woolley is coming. The other big controversy from Sunday night is that same scene where people see the pictures, the Vladimir Kush pictures that could be worth $20,000 a piece. People see Ariel, Robyn and Kody's daughter, who's probably about 5 or 6 years old, with a pacifier in her mouth. And a lot of people feel like, why is she rocking a pacifier? Good question. I don't know. You know, my son's 2.5. He still has his passy and he loves it. And it brings him so much joy. I don't know. I can't take it away. I don't know. Sorry, I might side with Kody and Robyn on this one. But people find it disturbing, horrifying. Everybody's disturbed about everything. All right, one last thing too. And then, of course, if you missed my recap and all the spoilers of Sunday night's Sister Wives episode, I'm dropping it at the end of this podcast, so stick around. I wanted to shout out on Last Resort, there's a sex therapist named Reba Corinne Thomas, also known in Washington, D.C. as Reba the Diva. She was a blowjob specialist, you guys. I took her blowjob class, and I have been married, I'll just say happily, for 4 years. I'll leave it there. On my Patreon, which is $5 a month, and I don't even update it anymore, so I'm not even encouraging you. I ought to actually release it on the regular one, but I got to go back and find it. If you want a blowjob tutorial course, it is up on my Patreon, and it is so good. It's so good. She gives a whole blowjob class. It is amazing. Amazing. Go to patreon.com/the Sarah Fraser Show. Reba the Diva. I wanted to shout her out though. She's now the official sex therapist for Last Resort and 90 Day Fiance. Everything originates from TSFS. That's all I'm going to say. You know, I swear. Andrea Lopez comedy. She's popped off. Irene Walton, who was here in Hollywood, famous for her focaccia. I mean, they all pop off here from TSFS. All right. I'm loving you and leaving you. I'm thinking of hiring somebody. Do you love 90 Day Fiance? Do you want to do a podcast? I'm thinking of hiring somebody under the Sarah Fraser umbrella to cover more shows because I haven't even been able to watch Last Resort for you guys. Been so busy. All right, I'm thinking about it. Maybe if you love it, contact me. The Sarah Fraser Show at gmail.com. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye.